Hey guys, Operator Drewski here, and today we're going to be talking about the new Rainbow Six Siege DLC, which is supposed to be released, I think, August 2nd. This DLC is called Operation Skull Rain, and it brings in 2 new operators and a new map to the game. Now, my current review about the other DLCs is that they're awesome. I really do enjoy the new characters. The new characters, although they are slightly overpowered, bring a whole new kind of method of gameplay to the game because you're scared. You have to, account all of your actions to what if this character is here? What if this character is here? What if there's a frost trap behind this barricade? I don't really know. What if there's a Blackbeard peeking over the window? I don't really know. It brings in a lot of new elements to the game that make it so complicated but so much more fun that it really is just an exciting game to play now compared to what it was in the first vanilla days when there were only a few characters available. Now there's 4 new characters and then now plus 2 to that, so there's going to be 6 total new characters within all of the DLCs with these new 2, which is going to be pretty exciting. Now, talking about the characters, there are 2 new ones that are coming out. There's Kavira. She's the defensive operator of the 2, and she possesses the silent step skill. This enables her to sneak up on enemies and disable them and interrogate them to reveal the enemy's locations. So that's pretty scary in my opinion. As a guy who likes to flank a lot as an attacker, I usually, will see my team going into the front door, and I'll be like, okay, because they're going in there, I'm going to be hoping that they can be a distraction, and I can, go into a different door and hopefully flank the enemies as they're attacking my main group of guys. And that's what I usually play as. I usually play as Ash, so I'm a quick moving person. I can run around really quickly. And that's what I try to play as. I try to play as a flanker usually if I'm an attacker, even a defender. I'm usually a guy that's away from the main group and, lurking around. And usually that's a pretty effective method, but this is going to make that a lot harder to do, especially when, she can sneak up on people, totally sneak up on people, and disable them and show all of the enemy locations. That's pretty cool. I do think that that's a cool idea. And this used to be actually in Ghost Recon Future Soldier, another Ubisoft game. So it is a kind of a remade thing, but it was in Ghost Recon Future Soldier where you could disable enemies and you could hack their systems and you could see all the enemy players on map, and it absolutely broke multiplayer. Not saying that the multiplayer in Ghost Recon Future Soldier wasn't already kind of broken, but that game, it kind of broke it, so I am kind of worried about how long the duration of the enemy locations will be up, because at least in Future Soldier, it was kind of a scary thing sometimes. It wasn't actually useful. It was more just like you couldn't do anything for the 30 seconds that you knew that you were marked. You just had to sit there and wait for enemies to come get you. So it is going to be a big slowdown for the attacking team if they get hacked and stuff. So it is going to be making attacking players kind of be more aware of their location. I don't know how to describe it. Just be checking their 360s a lot, not looking in one direction, not looking directly towards the enemy players. This Kavira operator is supposed to, really be a stealthy operator, and she's supposed to sneak up behind people. So expect her lurking, expect her to not be on the objective. So if there's going to be one person that you don't see with your drones, it's probably Kavira, because she's running around the building trying to find where your back is. But the attacking operator is an interesting person as well. He is Capitao. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but he carries a crossbow that can fire asphyxiating bolts that burn oxygen within a certain radius. I don't know exactly what the certain radius is, but depending on that radius, it can be an extremely overpowered weapon. Not overpowered, just powerful weapon overall. When you're, walking past an objective, just shoot the asphyxiating bolt into the objective, and people will just slowly start dying. Does it burn oxygen with fire? I don't really know, but it might. That'd be kind of cool. But it's an interesting concept, being able to clear out an area with a little tiny silent bolt that you just fire through a window or something is kind of interesting. And I do wonder how effective that is going to be in the long run. He also has little micro smoke grenades that he can throw to kind of mask enemy or teammates' positions, so you can sneak past or something with his little micro smoke grenades. Pretty interesting stuff. He also carries a M249 and a Para 308. I don't think I mentioned Kavira's weapons. She carries an M12 and a Spaz 15, and as well as a PRB 92. Never heard of that pistol. Probably a Brazilian pistol or something. She also carries a nitro cell and barbed wire. Sorry, I forgot to mention that earlier. The attacker Capitao has a M249, a Para 308, and a also PRB 92 pistol. He carries also frag and stun grenades. So think of this. You have an attacker with mini smoke grenades and stun grenades or frag grenades. You have a lot of throwables on Capital. That's going to be a very attacky player. Like, he's going to be not a support player like some of the attacking guys are. He's going to be a full-on, do as much damage as he possibly can kind of guy, because he has an M249 saw. He has this little thing that can shoot into areas and pretty much clear areas out, as I believe. So it's pretty cool stuff you're going to see. They're also bringing in a new game mode, which I think minimalizes the HUD a little bit, which is going to be kind of cool. I think it's called Tactical Realism. In my opinion, this should be in all games where you can disable all of the HUD in a game mode and just play a game mode by itself. Like if Battlefield 1 had a game mode that just disabled all the HUD and it said you have to know the map to know what this game mode's all about. Maybe there were some simple, like, insurgency style just objective markers at the very top that were very, very small, minimal objective markers that would just tell you if objective was yours or not. Then you would know, okay, Alpha's the one over there, Bravo's the one over there. For experienced players of Battlefield, not even super experienced players of Battlefield, you can memorize the A, B, C, D markers on map. And I do really like just playing hardcore because it does minimize the amount of HUD, but it doesn't do it totally. You know, I still like playing without any HUD, but it does put you at a disadvantage. And if there's a game mode like what they're doing in Siege, where they disable a lot of the HUD, not all of it, I still wish it was all of it. It's a pretty cool game mode in my opinion. I do like games that don't have a lot of HUD. I do like just seeing the game's beauty itself. But they're also going to have a new angled grip attachment, which is supposed to speed up your ADS. Now, I've never really had a problem with how fast I go into my sight, but apparently there is a problem with that, and apparently that's needed. So they added a new angled foregrip that changes the speed, that increases or decreases the speed it takes, or decreases the time, sorry, I cannot speak today, it takes to go from hip fire to aim down sight mode. So pretty interesting stuff. I'm honestly pretty excited for this DLC, although I'm not like a premium member, so I won't get the characters like right on. It does seem like a pretty interesting DLC, and I'm really excited to see how it changes the gameplay, because the last DLCs have been very effective at changing the gameplay a lot, with lots of new characters, with lots of their tools and stuff. It does change the game a lot, and I do like that in Rainbow Six Siege to have refreshing gameplay whenever I have to deal with new operators every now and then. Pretty cool stuff. Really excited for this DLC. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh, hello, Blake!
You made it!
This can't happen. No!